I need money. This is Tell Someone. First question, of course, is from Jonathan Stern. What, if anyone, won the Korean War? Well, of course, all I know from the Korean War is from the sitcom MASH, and I mean I'm in a sitcom, so I can relate to that. And I mean it was a 3-year war, and everybody who went from the first episode to the last episode aged 11 years. So I don't think anybody wins in a war situation. War never changes. What you got a whole list of destruction, and all the military industrial complex get rich, and what happens to us? We get murdered, like, severely. So nobody wins ever. The only way to win is to not play. Next question, of course, is from Endocrom. Is there any way out of this place? I'll check. No. Hang on. No. Next question, of course, is from Canadian Atheist. How old are you really, Time Lord? Well, look, just because I do a bit of travelling in time doesn't mean I know the exact age that I am, because, look, the regular people around here, they can measure their time like that they've been around, because, they know the date that they were born on, and then they can just count backwards because they know what today's date is, which is yesterday, apparently. So they're fine. They can know their exact age. But if I'm travelling back and forward in time, all that time that I've been in at different times, that's not the same time as right now. So I'll be losing and gaining time all the time. And it's not gonna, it's gonna be, paradoxical. I wouldn't know my own how much time I've had, because there's no way of measuring my time. And I mean, even on my iPad, that syncs to the geostationary satellites and stuff. So I can't do that. So I can't know. I don't know. I can't know. Why would I know? Next question, of course, from Hervey Wasawas. Why do people call the American Civil War the first modern war when it's obviously World War I? Well, of course, the American Civil War had these things called telegraphs and trains. And, well, okay, we don't have telegraphs anymore, but they did have telegraphs in the First World War and in the Second World War, but not so much. And trains, they had those in the First World War, Second World War, and probably Third World War, but I am not going to give you spoilers. So, you got to work out which one is more global, which one has ramifications that stem from modern technology. And the first modern technology that we know about, well, I don't know. It's the trains. It's the trains. It's the trains. So it's got to be. It's apart from having like tanks, then everything is from the American Civil War. And, and nobody won. Well, like the North supposedly won, and the South lost, and they had to give up their slaves. But what happened? All the South did was they rewrote the laws to get all the benefits of slavery, for the slave owners, but without any of the responsibility. They just put the black people in prisons, because they didn't have any jobs, because they made being unemployed illegal. And so they managed to put all of the black people behind bars and then rent the black people back out, and they had all and they were able to have slaves again, and that's not really good. And I think both lost in one way or another, because war never changes. Next question. I'm trying to be a comedy thing here, and then you go, oh, let's talk about warfare today. Bruh, ask the next question. Is if the bicycle aren't moved by itself, is the sign means that it's too tired, or is it just regular for just leaving it alone? That's what he actually said. The hay fever. Yeah, that's what it actually said. Look, if I put my bicycle over there, I don't have it with me because it's raining. If I put my bicycle over there and then it moved, then that would be a problem. So what I do is I leave it at home, and it doesn't move anywhere, doesn't bother anyone until I start to ride it. And I haven't ridden it for a long time, and it's getting a bit wobbly. Or is it me? Okay, let's try another question. Can't find it here. It was over there. Reverend Dr. Joe Freddy asks, speaking of punctuation, how can we bring back the interabang into modern usage? Well, why? Yes. I just demonstrated why we use the interabang. It is for when you have a question, but you have severe emphasis on the question. When I said why, then it banged. Right there. There it is, interabang. How do I get rid of it? Why? I do all my own stunts. Next question. Last question for the day. Jake Frost, 8017. Dear Mr. Lorax, what are the trees saying? Look, I've got to make this abundantly clear. I do not speak to the trees. I speak for the trees. I mean, it's called mansplaining, okay? It's called mansplaining. I don't listen to the trees. Look, you know what the trees actually say? This rain is too acidic. I need those bugs to pollinate myself. What are you doing with that chainsaw? It's embarrassing. Nag, nag, nag. That's all the trees will ever do. Nag, nag, nag. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of listening to the trees banter over and over again. All the inanity. No. So all I've got for them is unless, and I speak it in iambic pentameter, or whatever shit that Dr. Seuss, if that's his real name, uses to do his children's books. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Why? And that's it for Tell It Someone for this week. If you would like to ask me a question, then ask me a question in the question asking place below. Or you can answer this dovetail question if you prefer. Oh, I think the trees are angry at me. I have a little hay fever. I'm dangerously talented and I don't have a cool sign-off. King Charles does talk to trees, doesn't he? Don't know what Camilla sees in him. His hands look like blueberry sausages.